I spent a lot of time in the military working for a division of NSA. It was called the Army Security Agency. We did top secret things in secret locations with terribly proprietary electronics decoding signals that you're not supposed to be able to decode. I served 4 years in Berlin, Germany. And during that time, you were either into drugs, into photography, or into audio. My friends and I were into audio, and so we invested all of our spare change in audio components, and we would do the audio for parties, whether it was for the military guys or for the local Germans.
That work history that he had while in the military, then led to his fascination with power supplies. And obviously the natural extension of power supplies is what they're connected to.
I wasn't in audio, I wasn't part of the industry, I was just an audiophile, and I worked in the networking industry, making network devices and components. So the first product I created was for myself, which was a power distributor, because there was this huge weakness in commercially available products. You either had to use a power strip or you had to use a very expensive, quote, audiophile power conditioner, and all of these devices either had massive transformers and massive coils, and they were all trying to achieve the same thing. They were all trying to reject or eliminate noise coming from the outside. And in the research I had done, I had found that those approaches were limiting the ability of the components to draw current, number one, and number two, they were actually reflecting the noise generated by those components back into those components.
He knew intuitively that what connected power supplies to the electrical mains had the capability of improving the performance of electronics in a dramatic fashion through that work in the military.
My dealer at the time said, well, there's some power cords on the market and they seem to make a difference. So why don't you look into that and see if you can apply the principles that you applied to your prototype power conditioner and see if you can make a power cable. And I thought about it for a moment and I told him, I don't think I can really do that, but I'll look at it. So I worked for months and months with different designs, with different types of materials and foils and different dielectrics. And eventually I did come up with a product that was better than the ones that existed in the marketplace at the time. So that then became the first product that I made. And then this dealer liked it so much that he said, hey, can you make 10 of these? Because I'd like to sell them to some of my very important customers. I said, okay, if I got some spare time, I'll put some together. And it evolved from there, where so many people started coming and so many people started asking, can you make products for us, that I had to get rid of my full-time job, and then my hobby became my full-time job.
It was me, him, and his mother, actually. We started out in a 3-car garage, and we were building cables out of his garage, and we weren't building nowhere near the volume that we are now, but, we'd build, 10 cables a day and it'd be a good day's work. So we made it work like that, and over the years we've gotten bigger and we've had to get more employees, we've had to get bigger facilities, and
we were just lending products to people that wanted to use them for trade shows, for CES. And through that exposure, people began talking about us.
The product itself, it is its best salesman. The intent being that if we provide a really great product at a fair price, that one person would tell another person who would tell another person, and therefore we would be successful based on that.